You know what it is. You know what it is. It's that victory talk. Don't this music make you want to climb a mountain, fight a bull, jump out a moving car? You say chase a train. You know what I'm saying? Just makes me want to chase victory, man. As soon as I hear it. That's why I made it like that. Hey, starting a little late today. I know that's uncharacteristic of me. Let's start the show. Yeah. It's another episode of that Victory Talk. I am your host, Big Brandon Carter, BBC, King Keto, the king of ketosis, Keto Suave, Gymnasium Jesus, Jesus de Gimnasio, El Jefe de Ejercicio. You know what it is. And we're here to get into this show, man. Get into this episode today, man. Listen, today we're talking about what's it called? Productivity. How to get wasn't even right. Productivity. All right, cool. I got something for that. we gonna make this shit pop today, man. Like this episode is gonna be all about how to get more done, less time, so you can make more money faster. See, the motherfucking losers want to get more done in less time so they can get high and jag off. That's not what we about. We want to get more money faster so we can expedite our ball and shot calling, flexing on haters and stunning on the hoes. We want to make sure we're doing that at a high rate, at a high level, right? And I know something about that. If you've been watching me over the last 10 years, what you doing? Sorry, man. He was crawling around here, so he wasn't on camera moving shit. All right, I took enough caffeine to put a baby in an ICU. All right, so that's how I know it's gonna be a good episode. The quality of these episodes is a direct reflection to the amount of caffeine I had before it. And that's how you know we about to get it in today, man. Before I start teaching you motherfuckers how to make money, ball, shot call, get money. I gotta have a word from our sponsors. First sponsor. Hold on, let me pull it up, man. Let me pull it up, man. Oh, sorry. All right. The first sponsor is Thot repellent. That's right. Thot repellent is easy to apply spray to keep the hoes away. Because here's the thing, guys. A lot of you guys are thinking, man, how do I get more girls? You Googling the shit. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to optimize your Twitter profile or some shit, you know. Listen, you just trying to trick a bitch into thinking you me, right? Because the truth is, once you get your money mindset, you know, and when your money, muscle, and mindset in order, the bitch is gonna be coming to you. In fact, it's gonna be too many bitches. No más chicas, por favor. No más chicas. That's gonna be your biggest problem. Too many bitches, and that's when you're gonna need Thot repellent. It keep them away from you, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of problems you want to have. Not how do I get some girls? No. How do I keep all these hoes away from me? What I'm gonna do with all this extra pussy? Everywhere I look, it's just pussy, man. It's like, fuck. That's the problem you're gonna have when you start balling and shot calling, especially if you joined the Discord, the Victory Unit Discord. Because the Victory Unit Discord, in there, I have free courses. One in particular called the baller mindset. Listen, the baller mindset course is better than most courses, that almost every course that you'll pay for when it comes to the acquisition of capital. You know what I'm saying? If you want to rapidly stunt and flex, then you need to go through that course. If you've been through the course, just type in the comments. Tell your fellow Victinators how dope it is. If you've been through it, or even if you started it, you know, it's really special. All right. It's really, I saw something funny. It's a really special comment. I mean, it's a really special program. My man Big Joseph Stone. What he right, man? I spent over 100K on courses. His shit is the best. Yo, I believe you, bro. I believe you. I think there's a lot of truth in that statement. He got 4 jobs. That's what I'm talking about. Mad jobs. So I know he's a G. All right. But yo, check out that course. It's free. It's in the Victory Unit Discord. And we have some other free courses. I think we put Relentless Discipline in there, right? The discipline course. I believe if it's not in there, it will be soon. And before the month is over, I'm gonna have this course in there to help you get ripped for summer. It's this shit we used to do called called Direct Hit. All right. And it's a fat loss course that I used to sell. Right, but I'm gonna give it to y'all for free in the Victory Unit Discord. Now I'm gonna put new free courses in there all the time. So make sure you join, check it out. It's fantastic. Plus, we in there talking about getting money. It's a bunch of members. And once we get 20,000 members, how many members do we have now? Nima's gonna check that for me.
I'm gonna check it right now. Last one was like 15, 16.
Yeah, once we get 20,000 members, I'm gonna release a free sales course, all about sales. Because I've done millions versus dollars in sales, and I've ran sales teams. I helped other people build sales teams that have bought in multiple millions. Once we get to 20K, the free sales course is going to be in there. So make sure you join the Victory Unit now. All right. Oh, but my fault. Thought repellent. This is coming out within the next 60 to 90 days. It's going to be somewhere between 60 and 90 days. It's not going to be this big, pause. It's going to be a travel size. Because this is too large to bring. You can't bring this through TSA. This
is probably like be a 50 mil.
Like 50 mil, you can bring it on, a few ounces. You can bring that shit on the airport. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, the plane station. It should be called the plane station, bus station, train station, airport. The fuck? What? What? Nah, man, it's a plane station. They're just words. They don't control us. Not anymore. All right. You can call it whatever you want. All right. Anyway, you'll be able to bring it there. So all your super chats go towards, it's really not a joke, go towards the development of Thot repellent. All right. So we can get this in the hands of yo. Oh, we're at 16K Victinators in the Victory Unit Discord. Once we get to 20, I'm going to drop that free sales course. All right. So tell a friend to tell a friend. All right. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Last sponsor. We got a free newsletter called Big Money Methods. It's written by me and the homies. You want to subscribe to this, and twice a week, you're going to get emails with articles showing you how to get more money. Right. So boom, how to build a ledger, a legacy, you know what I'm saying? Mindset. You know what I'm saying? How much money you can make racing drones. Shit, man. You ain't even know you can make money racing drones. Did you? Nope. That's why you need to join Big Money Methods. You know what I'm saying? This app, flipping investment. I mean, it's dope, man. It's dope. Come on, man. You need to join that shit. It's free too. All right. And all your super chats. Do we have any? Okay, cool. All right. So let's get into the fucking lesson for today. I want to show you guys how to be more productive so you can make more money faster. All right. And that's going to be a segment we like to call Real Talk. Or should this be the Habits of the Winner segment? I think it's Habits of a Winner. It's my show. I can do whatever I want. I'll run that shit again. Play one more time. I run this show. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Like the video. I know you're supposed to say that because fucking Fresh and Fit yell that shit every time, but I be forgetting to say it because whatever, man. Fucking rich. All right, cool. In this All right, let's get serious. In this video, I want to show you how you can be extremely productive, how to reach superhuman levels of productivity so you can make more money in less time. But here's the thing. If you're a real G, you're going to use it. You're going to feel the additional. Okay. This way, you can either use your newfound free time to do some bullshit, have fun, whatever. or if you're a real G, you use that additional time to make even more money because we out here balling and shot calling. You may be asking why you should listen to me. Well, over the last few years, I built several multi-8-figure businesses. You know what I'm saying? And I've been flexing on you motherfuckers for a decade straight. Balling, shot calling, stunting on the hoes, flexing on the haters. And I'm gonna show you how to do it too. All right. Now, here's the thing when it comes to peak performance, productivity. It sounds counterintuitive, but it's a big part of productivity is managing stress. So there's a principle called the Yerkes-Dodson law. All right. Which means that some stress is actually good for performance, right? You want a little bit of stress. You want a little bit of pressure because that can bring the best out of you, right? If shit is too easy, you might just be strolling, right? You know, and it makes sense that you have to have pressure to accomplish your goal. It should be somewhat stressful, right? We never saw a movie about a hero who just strolled to his goal, right? Like Batman didn't just walk up to the villain and say, "Hey, knock it off." And he said, "Damn, Batman, I ain't even think about it like that. You're right. Let me stop terrorizing Gotham. Matter of fact, throw me in the asylum, man. I've been fucking up." It don't work like that. Nah, he's gonna have to fight for it. He's gonna be some stress. But the problem is when you encounter too much stress, that's when it becomes overwhelming pressure and it impedes productivity. So it looks like this. It's a bell curve. Hopefully I can draw this good. That's not bad. Hey, it's better than I thought it was going to be. All right. So over here, we have like very low levels of stress, right? This is just you just relaxing, chilling, sitting around. You might be fucking bored over here. It sounds like it's good, but it's not. Matter of fact, I shouldn't even draw it in green because I don't want to give you the right impression, the wrong impression. Oh, you know what? Let me erase this. I'm gonna start over with the bell curve. It's my show. I can do what I want. No one can stop me. All right. Oh, I'm gonna get this. All right. So on this axis, we have performance. All right. We have performance on this axis. Right. Excuse my handwriting. I know it sucks. I know my handwriting is kind of like, I write, my handwriting looks like a toddler's handwriting, but not just any toddler, maybe a toddler who had just got out of prison. He did a long stretch in Rikers Island. He got out of prison, decided to get fucking wasted, drunk, shitty drunk, and then start hosting a podcast where he had to draw. That's what my handwriting looks like. Don't worry about it. Okay. Handwriting don't make you rich. If handwriting made you rich, then everybody who knows calligraphy would be a fucking billionaire, right? Bars, man. All right. And on this axis, we have stress. right? And the bell curve, let's try this again. It looks like this. I am sweating bullets. Hey, that wasn't bad. Just got to extend this a little bit. Nice. Nice. All right. So let's say you're on here, you're on this side of it, right? And your performance. Okay, so when the stress is low, let's put it here, low stress. Right. If the stress is too low, it doesn't motivate you into action. In fact, you probably have a bunch of like little shit that's not difficult. It's not arduous. It's not something that's going to take up. It's not very demanding, but because it's so easy, you've probably been putting that shit off for motherfucking days, weeks, years, maybe your whole life. Like a bunch of fucking little shit that, yeah, I should be doing this. I should be doing that, but it's not stressful enough where you got to do it. Right. You know, but then in between here, where we have, when there's there's like a Goldilocks zone where you have an amount of stress where it's like healthy pressure. Oh, nope. You have an amount of healthy pressure, and this is kind of where you want to be, where it's life is things are a little stressful, but you can still, it's enough. Things are a little stressful, right? You got a little bit of pressure, but it makes you act, right? It kind of springs you into action, gets you off your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it ignites a fire underneath you where you get motivated. This is the zone where you get more motivated, right? Then it goes back here where you have sorry. That's not what I'm supposed to draw. Okay. I'm going to get this. And here now we get to the point where you have like it starts to degrade. It starts to degrade a little bit here. Like you can still perform in this area, you know, but it starts to become it's like I don't know, right? Yeah, it's kind of like this may not be exactly accurate. Okay, you know what? I'm going to draw this a little differently so it makes sense. Sorry, guys. And sorry, editors. When my editors are watching this in the future, I want you to know, hey, man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it like that. So healthy pressure is kind of in this zone. Healthy pressure, all right? However, you go over here and now you have overwhelming pressure. Right? If it's too much stress, now is okay, wait, my fault. Let me go back. The healthy pressure, this is the zone where you kind of want to be, right? Where it's not so stressful that you're fucking panicking, you're losing your shit. You can't make shit happen, right? But it's enough healthy pressure that it kind of lights a fire underneath you, right? It gets you off your motherfucking ass. It motivates you, right? And then it's almost exciting in that zone, right? This is like, I imagine this is how LeBron feels in the finals when he used to go there back in the day. But then over here, now we have overwhelming pressure. Oh shit, I spelled this wrong. Hold up. Sorry, everyone. Right. So once you have this, so when shit gets overwhelming, this is actually where people start getting sick, they get stressed out, they gotta fucking start seeing a psychiatrist, they gotta go to a therapist and shit. This is when your life starts fucking up, when you're here. All right. This is your life is fucking up. Over here, you just a fucking loser, couch potato motherfucker. Good for nothing. Like you the motherfucker the Republicans be complaining about. And over here, this is when you're the most productive. This is when you're balling, shot calling, making shit happen. I shouldn't have made that here. Let me erase this. Because it's going to be unlegible in a minute. All right. So you want to be in that middle zone, the healthy pressure zone. This is where we want to be. All right. Now, here's the thing, because too much stress, the problem with too much stress is not only does too much stress fuck up your productivity, right? But it also fucks up your health. So here's a study that shows that chronic stress inhibits testosterone synthesis, meaning, you ain't got as much testosterone, man. You got that cortisol up, man. Now you fucking with your health. You ain't got to read the whole study. I'm not going to read it to you, but you can take a screenshot and fucking Google that shit on your own time, nerd, right? Here's another study about how stress impacts your bodily functions, right? Really, it just fucks you up, man. It fucks you up. I don't think I have to display a whole lot more proof than that, but that stress fucks you up, right? It raises your testosterone levels. It raises your cortisol levels, which lowers your testosterone, which makes it easier for you to store fat and more difficult for you to build muscle and lose fat. Because, real quick, I know the fitness guys like to say it's all calories in, calories out, but it's not all calories in, calories out, right? It's okay. The calories out part of that equation, it depends on your hormone levels, right? This is why PEDs work, right? Most PEDs are just synthetic forms of natural hormones, right? Your hormone levels count. And if your hormones are all out of whack, then you won't burn calories as effectively. Okay. All right. So some of you want to take into account, but also I had another study here. Fuck. But it also just fucks with your performance, right? So what we want to do, here's what we want to do, right? So making money, remember, your life is four quadrants of life, right? You have money, right? You have health, right? Then you have romantic relationships, you know what I'm saying? Right? These are the people you're having sex with, intercourse. And then we have friends and family. Those are the main quadrants of life, right? Now, on this side, the green side of this to your left, these are the things you can't live without, right? Without health, you die. Without money, you can't survive here on Earth, not on planet Earth. Maybe in another solar system, they have a different economic system, but here you need money, right? Now, you don't need money to have a romantic you don't need a romantic relationship to live, but life kind of sucks without it, right? You have biological needs. Let's be honest. You got to fuck somebody, right? Everybody's fucking somebody, right? And then you got friends and family too, right? You know, so the red, you don't need it to live, but without it, life sucks. Okay. In the green, you need it to live. Now, here's the thing. Each one of these come with a little bit of stress. So there's not just business stress. There's not just personal life stress. You only have one brain, right? So it's stress as a whole. And because a little bit of stress makes you perform better, right? You don't need to perform crazy in your romantic relationships, except for like maybe an hour or two a day when you're hitting that but you don't need a lot of motivation for that, right? And you don't need the peak performance with your family and friends, man. Like it's not that serious, man. It shouldn't be, at least, right? And your health, you know, fucking working out an hour a day, controlling the amount of food you put in your mouth, going to sleep. You do those things, you'll be pretty healthy, right? It's not really that complicated. Sleep 7 to 8 hours a night, control the amount of food you put in your mouth, and work out, you know, an hour a day, a few times a week. Ain't no big deal, right? Where we want to take remember, some stress is good. All the stress, to be the most productive, all the stress should be here. This is where all your stress should be, in making money. It should not be. You should not have stress here. In fact, this should help relieve stress. If Shorty ain't relieving your stress, that she's impacting, that she might be pushing you to the right of this bell curve. And now she fucking with your money. You know what I'm saying? Your friends and family, they should relieve stress. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a friend stressing you out, man, kick rocks, homie. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be stressful here. And your health, I mean, it can happen, but like, yo, listen, don't do no dumb shit. Don't do drugs. Hey, don't do drugs. Sleep 7 to 8 hours a night. Eat. Control the food you put in your mouth. You shouldn't allow the health to be stressful unless you like old and shit, or you was born with some disease or some shit, right? But we want all our stress to be in the money category, right? Because some stress is good, but you go over, it's too much. So I hope everyone's following me before, right? Following me, right? Again, this is called, sorry. This is called Yerkes. I might be saying this nigga's name wrong, man. In fact, I'm pretty confident I am. But anyway, man. Hold on, let me make it red. Yerkes. Dodson's law. The homie Yerkes. See what I'm saying? He doing this thing, man. He came up with a law, and it stands to reason. So here's the thing: some stress is good, a little bit. Too much is bad. Too little is bad too, right? We want to be in the Goldilocks zone, and if some stress is good, it should all be in the money shit, right? Because what'll happen is, let's say that let's say you're playing a video game, right? And it's one of them, I don't know, fighting games. Right? This is you. You the fighter in the game, right? And then you have this health bar, right? We're gonna call it a stress bar. But for this example, we're gonna call it a stress bar, right? What happens is, let me write that. What happens is you got some stress going on, right? Boom. I'm sorry. Fuck. This is harder than it looks. Pause. All right. So you got some stress going on. Little life shit, regular shit. I got to do this is like regular shit. Hey, I got to do the laundry, pay my bills, just regular life stress shit. Then you have, let's say you go into business or you're trying to really excel in a goal. All right, man, now your stress is up here. All right, cool. Hey, that's fine. You got stress there. That's cool. That's probably where it needs to be. Healthy stress. But then your motherfucking girl starts tripping. Oh shit. Now your stress is way over here. Then your mama out here fucking tripping and your friends is doing some wild shit. Boom. Now you got your stress levels go too far. And this is when you see people getting fucking sick. Health fucking up. They everything's fucking up, right? Your stress got maxed out. So what we need to do is remove the stress in the other areas. And I'm gonna show you how to do that in this video. Because we want to keep your stress. We want to keep your stress around here, around halfway. And it should be almost all business shit. That way, you end up being happy, but motivated. All right. So how do we do that? Well, there's a concept I came up with. It's called, I call it mental RAM, but psychiatrists or a psychologist would call it cognitive load, meaning cognitive load is, let me give you the real definition before I just make some shit up. All right. Why does, man, this has been happening, man. Fucking Bing has been coming up, man. I don't never want to be on Bing. Hold on. I don't know how that happens. All right. So cognitive load basically is the amount of information working memory one can process at a given time, right? Cognitive load actually contributes to stress. Like you have all the shit you got to think about. Oh, my car's fucking up. Oh, my business is fucking up. Oh, I got to take care of the kids. I got to pick this person up. I got to do all this shit. I got to get groceries. It can become a lot, and it can become cognitively demanding, and that can cause stress, and it cause you to fuck up your health bar and push you over the edge. Right? I hope this makes sense. Right? I call it mental RAM because it's easy for me to think about it like that. Right? So, for example, I call it mental RAM. So basically, I used to build computers back in the day when I was poor. I needed computers, so it was cheaper for me to build my own PCs in the early 2000s than it was to try to buy one. And I learned a lot about computers. And one of the things, RAM was one of the things your computer needs to process different programs simultaneously, right? So if you have all these different programs running in your head, right? Or if you have all these different programs running on the computer is liable to fuck up. For example, Google Chrome is a very demanding. It's a demanding software on your computer CPU and on its RAM. So you guys we've all been there, right? You turn on porn mode. You know what I'm saying? You go to incognito, turn on the porn mode. You guys all seen this before. You guys know this guy. You know this guy, right? You turn on porn mode, then you have 30 fucking tabs open because you're trying to find the right spot to finish the job. You don't want to waste it on some bullshit. And that can take a long time. But if you put up too many fucking tabs, what happens? Your computer starts running slow. You know what I'm saying? You might crash. You get that error. Oh, Chrome stops working. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. That shit hit home. Some of you motherfuckers are watching this with your girl right now. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. Porn mode. What? My Chrome never crashed. Not once. Yeah. Wait a minute, there's pornography on the internet? No. When did they come out with that? Someone needs to stop them. No fap. Then you become all right. Anyway, so mental RAM. So here's the thing: your brain is like that too. So people think, oh, work-life balance. Well, when it comes to your brain, you only have one brain. There's only one central CPU here, right? And it's going to handle your brain. It's going to handle your work shit and your life shit simultaneously. And if there's too much going on, you're going to have too much stress, and you won't be able to perform. Right. And that's not me saying, that's the homie Yerkes. Yerkes and Dodson. They came up with this shit. So we need to lower our mental RAM. And the way we do this, then there's two things that increase mental RAM or cognitive load. All right. One is they are projects and conflicts, right? Projects. And when I say projects, I don't mean like Cabrini Green, right? I don't mean the public house and some of y'all are watching this shit from. I mean like projects that you have going on in your life. Like I gotta refinance my loan, or I gotta fucking fix the gutters or some shit. I gotta build this podcast studio. These are projects. And then conflicts. Conflicts is kind of like, it can be something big, like, Iran and Israel. Yo, Nima, why don't you tell them to stop? Ain't you from over there? Did you tell them to stop?
I take zero responsibility.
Why don't you just tell them to stop, man? You from there?
Fucking kids fighting.
Yeah, man. They need, knock it off. Anyway, so it can be something big like that, possible World War III. Or it could be your motherfucking girl is tripping and shit. You know what I'm saying? or she looking in your phone, man, and she's seeing you doing God knows what, right? You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all watching that with your girl right now. Baby, what? So it's projects and conflicts. So this is an exercise I do for myself. Anytime I feel like I'm experiencing too much stress, you can feel it. I can tell when my stress bar is going too high. I'm less productive, and it seems like I'm not getting as much done, right? But when I go through this exercise I'm about to show you, right, I move. So basically, anytime I'm over here, I do this exercise, and it puts me right back here where I need to be, in the productivity zone, right, instead of the overwhelming pressure zone. Okay, and that's where we want to be, right? However, if you can get this low, and the key is to keep this really low. Before we show you how, I'm going to show you, it's key. You want to keep this low, maybe even less than halfway, because making money, it can be difficult, man. There's going to be a lot of stress involved in making money. All right. And you want to leave room. You want to leave room for more stress when it comes. But if you have life shit, if you have a bunch of other projects and conflicts taking up your available CPU in your brain, right? Your stress reserves. I just made that up. Your stress reserves, right? Then you won't have nothing left. And then you just going to fucking panic, right? You're going to crash the CPU, right? Now, because I started late, I want y'all to hold on. I'm going to show you, we're going to take a break, and we're going to go into the market recap in a minute. But as soon as we get back, I'm going to show you guys how to lower. I'm show you this exercise where you go through your projects and conflicts, and you can lower your mental RAM so you can take on more stress in your business, which will allow you to make more money in less time, start balling, shot calling, flexing on the haters. All right. But we're going to take a pause from that. It's like a cliffhanger. I heard that's how like Lord of the Rings ended. Like, oh shit, what's about to happen? Then it ends. I ain't see it because I'm not a dork. But but let's get into the motherfucking market recap with the homie Romulus. Let's go. Romulus, what's up, player?
Hey now. You know what, man? I was taking notes. I got to back up a minute here. So flexing on haters.
Yeah.
Balling. And what was the other one I'm supposed to do?
Stunting on the hoes.
Oh, stunting, man.
Yeah. These are my hobbies.
I don't even know why I have to ask.
Yeah.
All right. So, this is exciting, Brandon. I don't even know how you have time to stunt on those hoes when you're just too busy counting all your money.
That's the problem, man. That's why I had to do these exercises, and I'm gonna show them after this, so I can make more time.
Be stunting on something else because we're too busy
counting
that money that gets dropped off on our back doorstep every single day. So
let's go.
Yeah, absolutely right. Hey, it's been exciting. We're glad to have another opportunity. By the way, Brandon, you know that a week from tomorrow is the Galactic Universal Explosion of the best webinar that has ever been conducted in human history.
Oh yes, right. We're doing a free training on stuff. Yeah.
From tomorrow, 7:00 Eastern time. It is going to be me, Big Bad Romulus, and it's going to be your host Brandon and our legatus Greg. The three of us are going to be captivating all of you with very, very exclusive knowledge that is going to help you get rich, stay rich, and
come on,
be rocking for decades to come. That's
Let's
tomorrow.
go.
That's next Wednesday, April 24th, 7:00. You can find the link in our Discord, so that's why you got to join the Discord.
Let's go. Yeah, join the Discord now, man. You don't want to miss this, man. Learn how to make money in these markets.
So as we were chatting it up a little bit here, Brandon and I was looking up some things that are kind of exciting because the markets are at a place now, and I'm going to show you why.
Yeah.
First of all, we're already it's a Brinks truck bonanza going on in the Victory Unit Legion. You know that, and so do hundreds of other people from 25 different countries. I'm going to show my screen here in a minute. But some people might be asking why. Like, why are we making so much money right now, Romulus? What the hell is going on? What's different now? 6 months ago we're making money, but not as much as we are now. 2 years ago we're making money, but maybe 2 years ago we're really making a lot of money. But what's
2 years ago was crazy.
Here's what's going on, and it's a very simple explanation. When this thing, and we'll tell you what this is in a minute, Brandon, so don't give it away. Talk about a cliffhanger. Keep that hanging for just a minute off the cliff. When this thing goes like that, which is up, that's when more money can be made in the markets by, really the select few, and we're the select few. You have to kind of know what you're doing. This is called the colloquial street name for this is called the fear index.
Yeah.
That's not really what it is. The VIX, and I say that there's plenty of people who are listening or watching, paying attention that have heard of the VIX. You guys have done YouTube trading, or maybe your Twitter trading, whatever. Rolling through some kind of murky situation on that front. But you've heard of the VIX, and you've heard it called the fear index.
Yeah,
that's not really what it is. If you really want to know, if you care about getting excellent at this, and you should, there's a few things in life that you should be excellent at. One of them is taking care of your family. One of them is taking care of your money.
Let's go.
Okay. And if taking care of your money is important to you, then you should know what a VIX is. A VIX is a measurement tool that helps the institutions understand what the institutional expectation is of market volatility over the next 30 days. All right. The retail crowd, though, they call it a fear index because it does kind of move higher when things get a little bit rockier and people start to become more afraid.
Yeah.
So if you understand it as that, fine. But I did want to give you an opportunity, at least for those who are more interested in upping their game, to really understand what it is. So congratulations to those of you who know. All right. Now this looks like it kind of looks like the bottom of a boat,
Yeah.
Like the bottom of a big bowl, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then look, then it goes boom.
Okay,
like a SpaceX rocket over here. It jumps up and out.
Yeah.
Up and out from this bowl that it was forming. Well, this isn't a short-term thing. You see a lot of candles, a lot of price action here. This dates all the way back to October. And when it was that high in October, that was the October low, the late October 2023 low, or the low of that year. And it has been, moving sideways, doing this bowl formation, this bottom of the boat formation for some time. And then it breaks up and out of here a couple of days ago, really a few weeks ago back here, but a few days ago for emphasis. And that was one of the signals for us, one of the many signals for us to start taking a different course of action to ensure that As this happened, and let me just draw one of my lines that as this happened here,
Yeah.
line going down, right? Now, it doesn't have to be exact. You understand what was going on. As this was happening, and the VIX we just showed was doing the opposite of that, which is going up. Okay.
Mhm.
As all that's happening, what else was happening was that the Victory Unit Legion was putting money in our pockets.
Come on, man.
Okay. We're putting money in our pockets. Now, you go out there. I challenge you, not you, Brandon.
Mhm.
I challenge the thousands who are listening and watching, the whatever 25, 30,000 people watching and listening to us here. I challenge you to go ask your friends or neighbors tonight or tomorrow, for example. Tomorrow, go to work or wherever you're bumping into other members of the human race, because we're all involved in the markets these days, and just ask them. Say, since April 1st, and be very specific. Ask them, since April 1st through through now, have you made or lost money in the markets? And they're all going to say, oh, I made money. And they say, show me your statement. And not that you're trying to call them out, but it's because they haven't looked. Because they made money from, November until a few weeks ago, but not from the end of March until now.
Yeah.
They all lost money. And I mean, every single person everyone has lost money in the market since the end of March. There's not one person that has made money since the end of March. Not one. And you might know hundreds or thousands of people. Not one of them has made any money. They've all given money back, except for us. That's it. When markets fall, the lesson here is when markets fall, there's only a very, very, very select few people on the planet that continue to make money. I'm talking like 2% of the top professionals, which is 0.00001% of the global population. That's it. I'll give you an example. 2008, markets crashed hard. One of the worst bear markets in American history, actually. 2008 was the second worst year in U.S. stock market history.
Yeah.
Okay.
Global economy collapse.
Yeah. Global economy, housing prices. If you're old enough, you remember that stuff. If you're too young, congratulations. I hope you don't have to go through something like that.
Yeah.
I was the third highest ranked stock fund manager in the world that year in terms of performance. Number 3 on the planet. And it's happening again. When markets go down, we go up. When markets go up, we go up. What a position of strength. Okay.
So what do you think is what do you think is the reason? Well, not reason. Like what are you seeing when you look at this chart?
Yeah, I mean, reasons are good. It's something you don't want to focus solely on or understand that it's not the most important thing, because what's next is more important than why. Let's all understand that. That's a lesson you should remember the rest of your life. What's next is more important than why. You can deal with why later, as the congressional hearings, always show us. Let's roll out the questionnaires. But what's next, especially in a battle like this, where the bombs are going off every single day, what's next is more important. What to do. However, we can talk about why now that the trading day is over. And we don't want to sit there and count our money, constantly. We have to give that a rest. So. Couple of things. First of all, valuation. Okay. How many times earnings, and if you don't know what that is, you can look that up on your own time. How many times earnings do you want to pay for an NVIDIA or a Microsoft or even an Apple that are not growing at even half the rate of their P multiples?
You're talking about PE ratios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much longer do you want to keep doing that? Like, for example, every house on the street, $500,000, give or take, right? $500,000. The house you're looking at, it's pretty much like the other houses. It just got a hot hoe in it. You're going to pay $1 million for it? Are you?
No.
And if you do that, how many times you need to do that before you wake up and realize, well, that's just dumb.
So you're saying that the evaluation, the stocks are trading at too high over earnings.
Yeah, massively overvalued situations.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons. Another reason, and this is more pressing toward the shorter term, because valuations kind of tends to be a little bit of a longer term type of deal, is interest rates. And this is something, Brandon, that you and I have been talking about on this podcast for months.
That's the thing.
We've been talking about for months. These interest rates are way higher than they were a few months ago. As a matter of fact, and we keep bringing this up. They are now trading at the same level that they were back in late October.
Yeah.
Okay. So what have we covered so far? The VIX, highest level since late October.
Real quick, before you get into that, can you explain maybe to the people watching why does interest rates put pressure on stock market prices?
Okay. A lot of companies, not all, but a lot of companies, like a lot of people and governments, they borrow money to conduct their operations. But unlike when you buy a house, you get a mortgage for 15 years. 30 is the most common even. And Brandon, if you buy a house and the banker says, Brandon, you're going to buy this house and you're going to owe us a mortgage for 30 years and you're going to pay a 6% mortgage rate. Unless you choose to seek out a different rate, the bank can't change that rate on you. 10 years from now, 29 years from now,
right?
You're still paying 6%, regardless of what else is going on in the outside world, right? But that's not how most corporations work. Most of them work when they borrow money for much shorter periods of time. So small companies, especially smaller companies, and they're housed in the Russell 2000, they borrow money to continue to live, and they're borrowing for 30 days. They're borrowing for 6 months. They're borrowing for 1 or 2 years. And so as these rates go higher, there are hundreds and then over time, thousands of companies around the world that have to pay higher rates of interest to borrow that money to continue to operate. And hey, if they're paying 10% instead of 5%, but let's put that in a dollar term.
Yeah.
They're paying $1 in interest instead of 50 cents. Well, that's 50 cents that they can't use to hire somebody new or to invent a new product or open a new factory. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. A lot of companies are heavily in debt. We live in an age of absolute weaponized debt. The government, perfect example. Life in America is kick ass, but we do owe $34 trillion to a lot of different institutions and people. That's a lot of coin.
That's a lot of bread.
That's a lot of bread, baby. A lot of bread. So as interest rates go higher, it creates pressure on these companies. How are they going to continue to survive?
Yeah.
Okay. Housing market is big in America. That's look at that. This is a group of new construction housing companies, not huge, but new construction housing companies. And this particular basket of stocks has really fallen precipitously over the last couple of weeks. Why? As rates have gone higher. So that's another reason. Valuations, longer term reason, shorter term reason, valuations. Another reason rates have gone higher or the market's struggling right now. Oil prices. And this is something you and I talked about for months as well. And by the way, this is not solely related to what's going on between Israel and Iran. The oil price market started going higher all the way back here in December. Back in December, Iran didn't know they were going to bomb Israel. They were, I mean, they're always thinking about it, of course, but they weren't going to do it.
Neem's thinking about it right now. I'm just joking.
Push it. But you see, this is what I mean. The oil prices have been going higher for months. You and I have been talking about this. We show people how to make money from it. It's been going higher and higher, but it's not because of the war or the conflict that is somewhat recent that they're going higher.
Now it's been a trend. Yeah.
Israel Hamas started in October, and from October until mid-December, oil prices went down. That's not it. There's other things involved here. Okay. The main thing is the Federal Reserve refused to keep continuing to raise interest rate. Matter of fact, in November, December, they started talking about cutting, and they unleashed this second or third wave of speculation around the world. And what does speculation do? It creates more money that then goes out there and buys more gas to go drive their bigger cars.
Yeah. You know, like, because when I can get a good loan, like, I'll take it because I know I can flip that money. Like, just me, that's Brandon Carter, right? You know, I know I can take that money and put it, even if I just put it in Facebook ads or something, I know I'm gonna get a 2 to 3x return on that. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'll borrow money to make money for sure. But you're saying these companies can't do that because the interest rates are higher, or they can't do it as effectively. That coupled with oil, when the oil prices go higher, it makes everything more expensive in general.
Oil remains, despite what people want to believe, or despite what will happen to the global economy in 25 or 30 years. Oil remains the number one economic input on the global basis, bar none. We spend more on oil than any other product in the world because we still depend on oil for 90% of our transportation needs.
Yeah.
Or more. Actually, on a global basis, trucking included, we're probably still 95% dependent on oil on a global basis. And America, I mean, I see Teslas and Hyundais, but let's face it, most people are not driving electric cars.
Nah, man. Most of it is fossil fuel, man.
Yeah, and the trucks that drive around to deliver you and I all the Thot that we need to go.
Yeah, all the Thot repellent. Yeah. This it's fossil fuel.
That doesn't get here by an electric car or electric truck. It gets here by a Mack truck driving a diesel engine, which uses what? Gas from oil.
Come on, man.
So if oil prices go up, eventually the price of everything else, everything will go higher.
Yeah.
And so the inflation starts to seep back. And the Fed, back in the fall, they were doing a dance. They thought they had won, but you and I knew better.
Yeah.
You and I knew better. It was too early for them to declare victory. Doesn't mean that inflation's going back to 2022 levels.
No.
9 or 9.5%, but
not during an election year.
Not during an election year. Absolutely right. But higher than it was 6 months ago, right? So
yeah.
All because of oil.
So you said it's more important to know where we're going. So what's your forecast saying around this? Like, you're the guy, you don't miss, man. It's like you got a crystal ball over there.
Yeah, I love that crystal ball. I'm gonna pet it and take care of it.
Yeah, man. I need me one.
Crystal ball. I also got a gaggle of golden geese that are growing. Yeah, they call them my golden gaggle.
Yeah, what the gaggle talking about as it pertains to these markets?
So you can get rid of this little yellow line right there. Something has happened. We're not going to get too far into the weeds here because we always have a limited amount of time, and we can talk more about this in detail at the webinar next week. So go ahead and check us out. Opt in. Come to Discord. We'll show you how to opt in tomorrow. We've got a live traders town hall at 4:15 tomorrow afternoon. So this kind of golden line, which is an average of 50 days of price over the past couple of months. The S&P 500, last time it was below it was back here at end of October, early November.
Yeah.
Look, it just hadn't been below it, not at all. And then boom, yesterday, bye-bye. You look at the Dow, which has been below it for now, that golden line is starting to do what?
Starting to cross.
Yeah, starting to come down. Okay. So these indexes are no longer in a power uptrend.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't mean that the S&P is going to drop 30%. Again, it is an election year, so we don't want to lose sight of that. And trust me, there is shenanigans that go on during election years to maintain power. But believe me, it happens.
That's a fact. Yeah, they're going to do the Biden administration is going to do everything they can to make the stock market look to make everything look as good as possible during an election.
They are. We do that. So I mean, the markets go up and down a little bit, 3-4% here and there. They're not going to really. But if you start to see 10, 12, 15% drops in the general market, you're going to see some intervention. You're going to see some moves by them that will probably bring that to a bit of a halt. And that's why I don't believe that, despite the reasons that we gave, plus some other reasons that make sense, that the stock market itself is going to see a 30%, 35% downside hit this calendar year. Okay. If this was a different year, if this was a non-election year, and all things being equal, I would say that we have the potential to really get hammered this year. Yeah,
but the election year is going to change some things, provided they don't get too crazy over there in the Middle East.
Yeah.
So that's the wild card, right?
It is. But even with that wild card, what's great about being a Centurion in the Victory Unit Legion, is even as wild as that card could come, Brandon, it won't matter to us. We'll still make money.
Yeah, we're going to profit no matter what.
That's amazing when I think about it. We're going to make money. Yes, that's right. Even through something as crazy as that, we will continue to make money. Which I
made so much money with you from the last big drop we had, the post-COVID drop. I mean, it was one of the most beautiful experiences of my life. But we'll talk more about that on the free training we're doing. Make sure y'all join that. The link is in the Discord. Can I ask you about a few individual stocks real quick? Can we start shorting Tesla yet, or what? I've been waiting for you to give me the
thing. This thing is it's like going long Nvidia 2 weeks ago when it was near its highs at 900 something.
Okay.
You got to get long in the tooth.
Okay.
And I don't really chase moves in either direction.
Got it.
I don't chase moves in either direction. But I would use strength in the general market, a rebound over, let's say, coming days or weeks, to short stuff.
Yeah.
It may not be Tesla, because let's say S&P could go up, a few percent from here, and Tesla could still go down. but I would use strength in the S&P and or Dow and NASDAQ over coming days or weeks to short stuff.
Okay. All right.
I would.
Let me ask you about AMD, right? Because when I look at that chart, I'm thinking, man, if that shit gets a little bit lower, it might be a good buy. But I don't know what you think.
Yeah.
Like if it starts flirting with that 200-day moving average.
That's where I like it here. You
like it around there, right?
100%. Yeah, I wouldn't touch it over 145.
Okay.
Because you got a sloppy head and shoulders in here.
Yeah.
And that's got some power to it on the downside. So, you could see it though. Again, with the markets the way they are and the international news the way it is, you could see that happen, but you got to be ready.
You got to be ready. That's So it might be a good idea to sell cash secure puts at that level.
Yeah.
That way I can't lose. I either get in where I want to be in, or I don't get assigned, and I just make the premium.
Yeah. I mean, with the selling from the last 3 or 4 days, Brandon, that's one of the things that I kind of opened with. The selling that we've seen, there are a number of good cash secured put selling opportunities that have presented themselves right now. Stuff we're talking about expiring even like this coming Friday.
Yeah.
That will pay off nicely. Just you wait a couple of days to get paid.
All right. I know you don't like this one, but Apple, and the only reason I'm saying Apple is because when you don't have the MACD indicator up, but on my MACD, I see a divergence, and I want to know if that's anything I should care about.
Yeah, so you see a little bit in the RSI too, which is one of the reasons I don't have the MACD up, as you know, because they're so similar in terms of how what they demonstrate, that they present. So you do have a divergence going on a little bit across the board, and that is something that is noteworthy for sure. Because Apple, like Tesla, has been beaten up. Unlike Nvidia or Microsoft, which are kind of still holding, they're off their highs, but they're closer to their highs than these guys, and they haven't seen the same level of selling.
Yeah.
So you could see bounces, and like I said, could we get a bounce in the market over coming days or weeks? Sure. There's still a lot of earnings to come out, and major trends. This is an intermediate downtrend that we have now entered, and what I have said is that, and you know this from the morning reports, is for sure the uptrend is over.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that a downtrend is firmly in place.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Can go, if something's going up, what are the two alternatives? It can go down for sure, but it can also go sideways.
It can also go sideways. All right. I see Google, but a different divergence.
Yeah.
A little bit.
This is the bears. This is a negative
divergence. Bearish divergence, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So we don't like this as a long candidate for sure. And this might even be presenting itself as a possible short.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We might have to do.
I'd be a little bit careful about earnings coming up. I don't really like to play around with. Because
that's what I'm seeing. Because this is I don't know. It's just looking good to me. Okay, and then our favorite man, Celcius.
Almost there.
Yeah. So if it hits a 200-day, we buying again. Is what we're saying.
Yeah, we like it at the 200-day.
Yeah. I made so much money off this, man.
Yep. And what did we say? Months ago, we said buy it at the 200-day, then it pops, and we said just wait.
Yeah, just wait, man.
You get your chance. You be patient, and now the patient is getting paid.
Yeah. Nah, I'm telling you, man. I think he has a good chance to hit the 200-day. I'll still be positive on it because that 200-day is higher than when we bought it.
Absolutely.
So it's cool, and I've been selling.
Sell the calls.
Selling calls against my position, so I've been making money off it every week.
Absolutely, the selling calls against the position that you're up on.
Yeah,
the greatest thing in the world.
Listen, when you taught me that, it really,
it's a game changer.
That's how I bought my watch. Selling cash secure put.
It's absolutely changing technique to be involved in the stock market, a much lower risk, and able to just bank.
Yeah,
I'll show you guys quickly. Brand, I know you took this trade.
Yeah, no, I did.
A bit ago, we bought a slug of this sucker right here, okay? I mean, a slug of it. And immediately sold off the calls. So, boom, started getting paid right away. Now, they expired, and then the sucker just pops. I mean, this was just a beyond the home run. And we used all the strategies in the book.
It's beautiful, man.
Yep.
So, we're going to talk about that and more this coming the next week. So, make sure y'all register for that free training because you don't want to miss out on that. Rhymeless, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it, man.
You got it. It was great to be here. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.
Thank you. Later. All right, guys. All right. Let me get back into what I was saying. But should I answer some of these super chats first? Are they quick ones?
Some of them.
All right.
I got 5.
All right, cool. Let's go.
Start.
All your super chats go towards research and development for Thot repellent. So you're doing God's work.
Hi, Shy, if I'm not mistaken. Says, what's up, BBC? I felt something for the first time ever and struggling to get back motivated. How do you bounce back off an L?
Off an L, man. Yeah, so it's you're going to take L's. You're going to take L's. You're going to take losses. It's a part of life. So one thing I like to remind myself, and I say this to my staff all the time. I used to back when we had the office together in New York before we started going remotely. And if something didn't work, I'd be like, yo, man, I just say, man, it's all good, man. Jordan didn't hit every shot. I would just say that all the time. He didn't. But not only did he not hit every shot, Jordan didn't win every game. Jordan played 15 seasons. Am I right? I think 15 seasons and only won 6. Right. So does that mean that all the other seasons were failures? That means you just give up, you just quit. Like it's Kobe. Yeah, 15 seasons. Kobe played 20 seasons and he won 5 championships. So that means the other 15, maybe that you could look at it and say those other 15 seasons were failures, right? But you got to take a longer view of your life. For example, let's say that's one thing I love about trading. You can show the screen. One thing I love about trading. So if we were to look at the Celcius trade from just, I don't know, last month to now, it's like, damn, man, we way down. Matter of fact, how much down are we? Fuck, we'd be kind of upset, right? Well, I'll take it from the highs, from the exact highs to now. Damn, this motherfucker dropped 25%. But the thing is, when you take a longer view, you notice that, oh shit, we entered this trade here, right? So, we still up. You know what I'm saying? We still up 42%, right? Or if we take a longer view, shit, man, look how much, right? You got to look at it like that. You got to take a holistic view. I know I have way too many indicators on my shit. Don't worry about it. I'm a weirdo. But your life is like that too. It'll be the sum of the averages. So like one loss doesn't mean anything. Steph Curry is the best 3-point shooter of all time, right? And can you check what his 3-point percentage is? Steph Curry's 3-point percentage. He's the best 3-point shooter of all time, and his 3-point percentage is 42%. 42%. That means that literally means he's missing most of his shots. But he keeps shooting, and he doesn't even, you don't even have to win. That's what I'm saying. You don't even have to win most of the time. You don't have to win every time. You don't even have to win most of the time to be successful. You got to take a longer view of it. And, success or failure is not based off the individual endeavors. It's holistic of your life. You get what I'm saying? So I failed at a lot of things. I've taken a lot of L's, but I always just take a step back and look at it as a whole. And when you look at my life as a whole, it's fucking dope, right? But I didn't win every time. You know what I'm saying? And you don't need to be successful. All right.
This one, you know what I want to say? I'm not a white Rivaro, but I just wanted to say thank you for being back. I don't know.
Sure. Hey man, listen, you're welcome. I'm gonna keep doing it. As a matter of fact, because Nima, I was thinking, man. Just being black shit, it gets difficult sometimes. But now that he gave me that encouragement, I'm gonna keep doing it.
I'm gonna keep learning.
Yeah, I'm gonna get better at it.
Okay. Do you want me to keep reading?
Let's get another one. I know he's still.
Are you saying, yo, Brandon, you always give the best advice, brother? I'm curious. So, what's the best advice you've ever received?
My dad once told me, I was in a car with him once. He was like my best friend. And when I would come home to Chicago from college or from military school, I would kick it with him more than like people my age. Like that was my dog. And I had this idea, some money-making scheme that would later fail. But I didn't know that when I was talking to him. But I was nervous about it. I was like, what do you think? You think I should do it? He said, Brandon, I don't know if it's going to work, but I know you should try because you never know what you can do until you try. You never know till you try, man. And because if I look at it on paper, when I started this YouTube page, right? I just want to show you something real quick. I know we don't have a whole lot of time, but I think makes sense. When I started this YouTube page, if I go to this is gonna be funny. So if I go to my page, if I go back to the first video ever, yeah, sure. I was listening to the Baby freestyle earlier, man. That's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my favorite rappers. Even though all the songs sound the same, I like that song. All right. You go to Otis. So we go back, man. Like when I look at this old shit, I'm like, yo, what made this motherfucker think he could start a fitness channel? Look at these baggy pants, Jordans. Like, what made this motherfucker think he could do this shit? But you never know till you try, man. That's what I'm saying. On paper, it didn't work. It shouldn't have worked, but it did. You never know till you try, homie. You know what I'm saying? What else yeah, let's go.
Okay. We got King Carbs. Hey, Brandon, last week I saw you track your premium you make selling calls in Notion. Do you deposit the income into the NBA account?
Yo, what up, King Carbs? Now, I actually just keep it in my trading account, or I keep it in my trading account, or I keep it in my investment account and I reinvest it so it multiplies. You could, if you wanted to live off it. Every once in a while, I'll take that shit out because it's like when I wanted to get this watch, I was like, all right, 200K. All right. So like I just started that's when I started putting it aside, but I would put the money aside from the premiums, and my boy Watch My Diamonds, he gave me a payment plan with no interest on it because we're friends. Like I was at his wedding and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like we're like good friends. I had to pay full price, but he gave me a payment plan and I paid it off with no interest. And I just said, okay, I just gonna make 30K in premiums every month. And that's what I did. And because it was money from an asset, I didn't count it as income, right? Because you'd make it wasn't like earned income. I didn't count it the same way I count my earned income. Like income from asset, you could do whatever you want with that shit. Blow it, fucking burn it, give it away. Who gives a fuck, right? Because the initial investment is still, it's still pumping out money. It's like you take the money, plant a seed, that seed starts bearing fruits. You can eat the fruit as much as you want. You eat the fruit every season, right? But if you would have ate the seed, then you wouldn't have had no fruit. If that makes sense.
Dylan is asking, at about 30% body
what up,
fat,
Dylan?
Roughly. Mm-hmm. Are there any principles in working out my abs to speed them showing, getting definition?
You can't lose fat in one spot, man. I wish you could. The only way to do that is like liposuction. There is a shit that works. It's called some shit that works. Cool sculpting actually works. It burns fats in one spot. It's expensive. It's non-invasive. And there's another one called EM Sculpt. It actually works. It's non-invasive. You got to go to like a plastic surgeon, but it's non-invasive. That will work. But you just get lean, right? But you can't do any workouts for your abs to make that shit happen. What I want you to do is watch my video on how to get a six-pack fast. It was posted a few weeks ago. Hold on. Since I'm on my YouTube page, let me find the video for him. It's right here. Watch this video. You should watch this video. This will help you how to get a six-pack fast and just do everything I said in that. That's the only thing that'll work unless you do one of those procedures. All right. Okay. So back to what we were saying. Again, a little recap, right? According to the Yerkes-Dodson law, right? Jesus. Let me erase this. So some stress is good. Okay. Not enough stress. You're not productive, right? There's no productivity. There's no stress, nothing pushing you, right? Too much stress, then you're under too much pressure and you're overwhelmed and you're not productive there. But you want to have a certain amount of stress that makes you productive. This is the productive zone, the productivity zone. This is the productivity zone. All right. Now here's the thing. Again, you have stress level like a man, like a video game, right? And if the stress level gets too high, right, what happens is you max out and you die. And we want to prevent that. So there's 4 areas of life. There's money, romantic relationships, health, friends and family. You want all the stress to come here, right? And this pushing you want all the stress here. And you don't want these other parts of your life to give you any stress, right? But a big part of stress is mental RAM, having too many projects going, too much cognitive load. And what I want to do is give you an exercise that I do for myself and I do for my employees when I feel like their productivity is dipping. I know because of Yerkes and Dawson, because of these motherfuckers, I know that when their productivity starts to drop, I know that they're stressed out. And I run this exercise with them or with me in order to lower their cognitive load, their stress level, lower their mental RAM, and so they can be more productive and make me more money. And I do this for myself too. And I'm gonna give you the exercise for you to give yourself more money, right? So you can be more productive, right? Okay. So before you start this exercise, okay, my fault. Check this out. When it comes to mental, there are 2 things that impact mental RAM. There's projects and conflicts. Projects are like things you got going on. Oh man, if you're trying to refinance your home or, you're moving is one of the fucking most stressful projects a human can do. Or you're trying to start a business, or you're trying to start 8 businesses, or you're trying to, whatever projects you have. Conflicts are, they can be internal conflicts, like you're mad at yourself, you hate yourself a little bit, you know what I'm saying, and you're sad or something. Or external conflicts, which is more common, your girlfriend tripping, your boss is stressing you out, customers are stressing you out, your mom is wilding. It could be any of those things, right? So there's projects and conflicts. Before we do this, if you're watching this in the future, right, on a YouTube video, I want you to pause the video and just say, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think your mental RAM is at, right? So 1 being you just chilling, you like a fucking pothead on a beach. You just chilling, you ain't got nothing going on, you just almost too chill, right? And 10 being like you can barely sleep, you ain't slept in days, you sweating like a whore in church 24 hours a day because you're so stressed out, you can barely sleep, you can barely function because you're so stressed out. Where are you from 1 to 10? Pause this video, write that number down. All right, we're back. So now we got your numbers. If you're watching this live, type your number in the comment, what it is, 1 to 10. What do you think your mental RAM is, 1 to 10, as far as like how stressed out you are in life? All right. Write it down. Now I want you to do, and I do this for myself, like, sometimes quarterly or sometimes monthly if shit is really hectic. Because this is really going to help you lower your stress levels and cognitive load. So I'll write down all the projects you're working on, all the projects in your life. If you're trying to start a business, if you're in school, if you got a big test coming up, if you're moving, if you're, all right, I'm seeing a bunch of, some of y'all motherfuckers, y'all shit is high. All right, this is really going to help you, man. Make sure you get a fucking pen and pad out and actually do this, right? Your projects. So list out all the projects you have. Right, stop this video if you need to. List out all the projects, then come back. Everything you're working on right now. And then list out all the conflicts you have, internal and external, right? So if your girlfriend's tripping, your boyfriend tripping, You know what I'm saying? If you Diddy, you would write down FBI investigating me for sex trafficking. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be a conflict that he's going through. His stress level is probably pretty high, right? If you're Kendrick Lamar, you're like, fuck, man, Drake just came out with that song dissing me. Now I got beef with him. And then you got to write a project too. Now Kendrick got a project. He got to write a diss record for Drake. You know, he got to go at the sixth guy. You know what I'm saying? So write down all your projects and conflicts. If you need to, stop this video and then come back. All right, cool. You're back. Nice. Now here's the thing. We're going to label these. We're going to do one of three things. We're either going to plan it, delegate it. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me. I want different. We're either going to plan it, delegate it, or fuck it. And when I say fuck it, I don't mean we're going to make love to it. I don't mean we're going to have like intercourse with our problems. I mean, we're just going to disregard it. We're not going to give a fuck about it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit, man. All right. And so I want you to go through each one of your projects and conflicts and either write a F, a D, or a P next to it. And let me explain what I mean. Plan it. We need to come up with a game plan to attack this thing and to make it more manageable, right? Delegate it means that we're going to give it to someone else. Like, so if one of the projects is you got to clean up the house, you're going to tell your girlfriend to do it. You know what I'm saying? Or she going to have a conflict, right? You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to raise her stress level. And or you got some kids, man, you're gonna make the kids do the dishes. I don't know, right? You know, your kids flunking out of school, then maybe you delegate it by hiring a fucking tutor for them motherfuckers. You know, it could be anything, right? And fuck it, just be like, you know what? I ain't fucking with this shit. Fuck this shit. Now, when you're doing it, we want it to be as little planned as possible. We want more D's, Paul's, and F's. It should be mostly this. I want you to eliminate more things, right? Eliminate more things. So, for example, let's say I'm gonna make up a fake list, right? Projects. All right, man, I gotta fucking move. Oh shit, that's stressful, right? I got to, let's say, vacation. I got to plan the vacation. Right? Even if you enjoy it, it's still a project. Like planning a vacation, right? Maybe I'm starting, I'm starting Thot repellent launch. All right. Right, we bring in Thot repellent to the marketplace. All right, so that's a real project. What else do I got going on? This other shit I have. Let's just think about it. If you think about it, like this, let's try to make it as real as possible because it's difficult for me to think of shit. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I need a new content plan. Right. That's enough for right now for this example. And then the conflicts. All right, I'm gonna make some up. This ain't real. This ain't my real life. If anybody's watching, you know what I'm saying? What'd you say? Okay, let's just say hoes tripping. All right. Oh, it's 2 P's and tripping. English be tripping. All right. Hoes tripping. You know what I'm saying? Wife tripping. That's how you know it's make believe, everybody. I ain't got a wife. Wife tripping. Girlfriend tripping. Wife and the girlfriend, they both tripping. Yo, it be like that. Yo, on the listen, a lot of you guys may not know this. This is a real thing. If you got a girlfriend or in a side girlfriend, their periods start to line up. I swear to God. I swear to God, they start to line up. Let me type in the comments if that's true. Anyway, girlfriend tripping. It's like the universe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a conflict. That's an internal conflict. That's good. Sleep issues. Right, I have sleep problems. Maybe another conflict. Drake. You know what I'm saying? Drake dissed me. You know what I'm saying? Drake dissed me in a new song, man. Now I got beef with Drake again. God damn it. All right. Why is Drake always fucking with me? You know what I'm saying? That man's a menace. He needs to be stopped. And maybe something like, homie tripping. One of the homies is out here tripping. All right. And it will do for this example. All right. So let's say I looked at this fictitious example, right? And I started looking at, all right, so I got to move, man. I got to get up out of here. So boom, I'm going to plan that one because I got to do it. I got to move. Sorry, we're going to put a P next to move. Maybe the vacation, maybe I delegate that. Cool. I my girlfriend, listen, I want you to plan the whole vacation. Or for me, what I would do, I actually do this every time I go on vacation. I have my team plan my vacation. So when I went to Disney World with my son, like the week before last, we went to Disney World, we went to Lego World. I was like, yo, this is what we want to do. Let me know when it's done. Use the Amex points, so I ain't got to pay no real money for it. And then boom, they sent me an itinerary. They bought my son's mom tickets and everything. They bought him tickets. Some flying first class. My son never flew in coach. Never flew in coach with y'all. All right. So I delegate. Maybe you delegate that, or this is just an example. Thot repellent. Oh, that's Nima's handling that. That's Nima. That's a Nima project. Content plan. Oh, that's also a Nima project. Dope. Hey man, cool. So now we'll go through what this means in a minute, right? But we want this to be mostly D's and F's, right? Right? Hoes tripping. All right, man. FDB, man. Fuck that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Wife tripping. Now you got a decision to make. Do you have a prenup or not? It's cheaper to kill. It's cheaper to kill her. I mean, cheaper to keep her. It's cheaper to keep her. All right. All right. So we're gonna plan this right now because maybe you can't afford you. If you got a prenup, then fuck it. If you don't have a prenup, well, you ain't been watching Brandon Carter videos, so whatever. So maybe the wife's tripping. Maybe we plan it though. Maybe we plan it. We want to keep the wife. Maybe we keep the wife, right? But now my girlfriend tripping because I'm spending too much time with my wife. Man, fuck that bitch. Bitch, shut the fuck up, man. Kick rocks. So, all right, sleep issues. All right, so this may be something we got to plan. You know what I'm saying? All right. Fuck, we gonna do about Drake this time. I'm a boss. I don't handle my own beef, right? So we're going to delegate that. We're going to delegate the Drake beef. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to call up Rose. I'm going to have to call up Ricky Rose. Hey, say, hey, yo, Ricky. Officer Ricky, listen, need you to handle that Drake shit. Psst, next thing you know, he's going to handle the beef for me. All right. You know what I'm saying? The homie's tripping. One of the homies is tripping. All right, man. Kill him. I'm sorry. We're going to say, fuck it. Fuck that shit. You know? All right, cool. Now you do this yourself. Pause the video. Do the shit yourself. All right. Now, all the delegate ones, that's easy. You just, hey, you tell whoever you're delegating to, hey, I'm gonna do this. So even if it's clean the house, right? If it's clean the house, you go on TaskRabbit, you find a motherfucking tasker, you find one of them rascally rabbits, and you pay them to clean your crib. You set that up, they come through and they clean, right? Or I'm gonna tell Nima, hey, I want this done, man. Come back to me with some shit. Content plan, you know what I'm saying? We already got that. Nima told me what this episode was gonna be about. And I was like, don't even trip. I'll come up with something, you know. Well, we are already doing that. All right. Now we'll come back to the plan thing. Right. So now for hoes, all right, we dumping this bitch. We keeping the wife. We dumping this bitch. We're going to make a game plan for the sleep. We got Rick Ross handling Drake for us. You know what I'm saying? He owes me some favors for the thing with the guys back in the day. And then homie's tripping, man. Fuck them niggas, man. Kick rocks, bitch ass nigga. Lucky it ain't a K next to you. All right, cool. All right, cool. So now it's mostly F's and D's. Balls, right? So we tell the people we're delegating to, we assign these tasks with the delegation. We assign these tasks to people. All right, cool. No one have to worry about it. Fuck it. We just say, hey, fuck it, man. Fuck that shit. You know. Now with the plan, here's what we're gonna do. This is very important. I want you to think, how long would it take you to come up with a game plan to attack this goal? Not how long it's gonna take you to do it. Right, not how long it's gonna take you to move. How long would it take you to come up with a real plan to move? And when I say a plan, I mean, you know, every step is laid out with deadlines to every step. Right, every step is laid out and there's deadlines to every step. How long would it take you to develop that plan? All right, let's just say, all right, man, I think it's gonna take me 90 minutes, but I'm gonna give myself some extra time. So I'm gonna say 2 hours. Right, do this too. Right, I'm just giving myself an extra 30 minutes for that shit. Right, and I have some other plan. All right, I got to figure out why this bitch is tripping and try to fix it. Maybe that'll take 30 minutes to come up with like a real game plan. So I'll give myself 60 minutes or 1 hour. All right. Sleep issues. I don't even know what that's going to be. Right. So to come up with this plan, because I don't even know what to do. I'm gonna have to do some research. So maybe I'm gonna give myself way more time for this. Anything I got to research, but I'm pretty good at researching shit. So maybe I'll give myself 3 hours to come up with this plan. All right. So now we got that. We know how long it's going to take us to come up with the plan, not to do it, to come up with a game plan, to plan it out, to plan out what we're going to do or figure out what we're going to do in that case. So then what we do is we go to Google. So stop the video. Do that right now if you haven't. All right, welcome back. All right, now here's the next step. What I want you to do is go into Google Calendar. Open up your calendar. If you've been following this shit for any amount of time, you should be living out of your calendar. So I'm going to bring up my fake calendar. This is not my real one because there's just too much personal shit in there. I don't want you guys to see it. So I'm going to go into but I've showed my calendar before. Yeah, but when you edit in this, when I say I showed my calendar before, show them like a good version. I just can't see. All right, cool. All right, let me erase this because this is not. This was from another example. So this is my fake calendar. It's not my real calendar. So now I know it takes 2 hours for move, right? So I go in here, man, when am I going to do this? All right, I wake up at 4 every day. So maybe here, this is when I'll do it. Plan, move. Right? I put it in here. Oh, that's only 1 hour. No problem. Just move it down here, man. Cool. From 5 to 7 a.m. on Monday the 12th. Oh, what the fuck? April 2000. Let me go back. All right. Let me erase. Hold on. Let me do this over again. Oh. My example calendar. Other examples. Other shit. All right, cool. So, bam. Maybe. Yeah. All right. So next week, Monday, I wake up at 5. I wake up at 4 every day. Cool. So I'll plan move. All right. Bam. That's in my calendar. All right. Cool. Then what else I had? Man, I got to figure out how to stop this fucking bitch from tripping. And maybe my calendar would normally be filled up. This is my example one. So man, maybe I got a little bit of time Tuesday afternoon at 3. It's only going to take me an hour. Cool. Oh, sorry. Right. Make plan to stop dumbass. Sorry. Right, stupid. Wife from tripping. Boom, put that in the calendar. Cool. All right. Then another plan, sleep issues. I got to figure that out. I don't even know what to do. So I'm going to have myself, remember, I gave myself 3 hours to figure that out. Cool. Yeah, Tuesday afternoon. It's Tuesday's so fucked up. So, all right, cool. Let me fuck with this shit. Oh, man, Thursday afternoon. I got some time. I got 3 hours Thursday afternoon. And if you're watching this, you should do this in real time, man. All right, so I got to make this 3 hours. Boom. All right, cool. Now, here's the beauty of this. Every time I've done this with everyone, including myself, as soon as they get in their calendar, it's like they don't have to keep it in their brain anymore, right? Because your brain should be used for creating ideas, not for storing them, right? Your brain is a tool, right? It's not a fucking locker. It's not a storage locker, right? You ever open a woman's trunk, the trunk of a woman's car? It's full of bullshit, right? They use it. It's not made. The trunk is not storage. It's made for transportation. The trunk should be empty so you can put shit in it and use that space to transport things to different locations, right? But these hoes is using it for storage. That's what you've been doing with your brain. You've been keeping all this shit in your fucking brain, right? But now that we've went through this exercise, we got most of this. You don't even have to think about this shit, man. I don't have to think about Drake no more. All right. Rick's going to have to handle him this time, and then I don't have to think about my hoes tripping. Fuck them bitches, man. I don't care. My girlfriend is tripping. Fuck that bitches. I'm gonna focus on my wife, bitch. Right. Nima's going to figure out the content plan, not me. You know what I'm saying? He's going to bring Thot repellent to the market. If it's late, it's his fault. And I will blame him publicly. All right. You know what I'm saying? Now, all I got to worry about is this other shit, but I don't have to worry about it now because it's not in my brain. I don't have to keep it in my brain anymore because I set aside time to make a game plan. So every time I do this with an employee, remember, I ask them, what's your mental RAM at from 1 to 10 now? And every time after we do this exercise, soon as it's in the calendar, that's the key. Once it's in the calendar and they don't have to hold it in their brain anymore, they all tell me it's a significant decrease in mental RAM and they're a lot calmer. So if you've been watching this live, Talking about if you did this shit, what's your mental? How many points did your mental RAM go down? All right, subtract what it is now from what it was initially, and just type that in the comments, right? Because it's not uncommon to see a 3 to 5 point reduction in perceived mental RAM. It's not uncommon at all, when we do this. And every time I do this with one of my salespeople, what happens is they move from over here, from the overwhelm zone into the productivity zone. They start making more money, and then they make me more money. And everybody wins. You know what I'm saying? Because that motherfucker was my conflict, him fucking up. Right. So I put in the calendar, hey, go do the mental RAM exercise with this shithead. Get him back in the productivity zone. And now he's back in productivity. We all making more money. All right. I don't know how many of y'all did that. You some lazy motherfuckers in general. So, but if you do this, I promise you, you'll see a great, I promise you, you'll see a huge improvement and reduction in mental RAM. If you're watching this video in the future, right? Because I did it. If you're watching this video, go ahead and type in the comments of this video, how many points was your mental RAM reduced by doing this exercise? Do this for other people to see, man. For when other people come to this video in the future, they can see that it works. It's real shit. Now you may be saying, how do you make a plan? I'm glad you asked. I have a video all about how to make plans. You should go watch that right now. All right. Cool. All right, man. Wait, did any of these motherfuckers have a reduction in mental RAM, or these motherfuckers they say shit? Only one person did it. You lazy fucking bastards. I still love y'all, man. I get it. Some people, even though I be giving dope ass advice, some people just watch me because I'm so entertaining and charismatic, and I get that. I understand that. All right, this has been another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. We do this every Tuesday, Thursday at 7 p.m. Listen, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the Big Money Methods newsletter. It's 100% free. The link's in the description. And twice a week, you're going to get sent methods on how to make big money. All right. Click that link right now, and I'll see you guys again on Thursday.